welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about dips, a upper body exercise that mainly involve triceps, shoulders and chest. Now let's start and try to understand how to properly set up to have your first dip. So we get with our hand on top of the parallettes and we try to have the bottom of our hand on top of the bar. We don't want our wrist to be bent. Let's say we want it to have it nearly straight. From that position, we straighten our arms this way, and then from there, we depress our scapula. So we push our scapula, our shoulders, all the way down. For us to do this movement, we need to involve the latissimus dorsi. This muscle is absolutely and is involved during the whole range of motion. So when we perform the dip, we don't want our shoulders to get close to our ear. So we want our shoulders to be away, to be very, very far from that. So again, straight arms, elbows facing forward, okay? From there, we slightly and slowly go down until we reach 90-degree angle. For some people that have good mobility, they can even go below 90-degree angle. If you feel any pain, if you have any discomfort, don't do it. This is your body telling you, please, we're not ready yet. So listen to your body. Let's start with the second part of the dip. I've seen many people performing the dip with a short range of motion. I'm not really a big fan of partial reps when it comes to dips, so I prefer to train them with elastic band. You can start with a very thick one, and then once you get stronger, I'd say once you reach 8 to 10 reps with a thicker band, then you can move into a thinner one. Another exercise that you can perform for have your first dip are the jumping dip. So you start from that base, and from that position you try and jump up. So you support the movement with a little jump, and then on the way down you try to control the eccentric, the negative. Guys, the negative is absolutely key for you. If you can get stronger in the negative movement, you will definitely have some transfer on the positive and then on the whole movement. Another exercise that I like to do is the bench dip. So you can use anything, you can use a box, you can use a bench. You place your hands on the edge of the box, you place your feet on the floor, and you try to mimic the movement of a dip. Obviously, it's a bit easier, but again, as I said before, with the negatives, with all the regression, the time you will get stronger with this exercise, and it will be easier for you then to have your first dip. Don't forget that if you have your legs away from the box, the farther away, the exercise is going to be a little harder. But if your feet are closer to the box, the exercise, it would be slightly easier. Now, let's talk again about the range of motion. As I said before, I don't have any problem on going all the way down and below 90-degree angle, but for some of you, it might be hard. One thing I don't really like is half repping, as I said. And I'm not only talking about the higher range of motion, but even the lower range of motion. I can see people going all the way down and then doing like a half rep because they think they can they can work more on their chest. It does make sense, but not really, because if you think about it, if you perform the whole range of motion, right, the full push, the full dip, you're gonna have more chance to increase not only strength through the exercise, but also your hypertrophy, muscle gain. Don't forget that when you push through the whole range of motion, especially in the top position, if you try to squeeze your hands and you want to move your hands this way, obviously you can't really move the dips, but when you push and you try to move your hands towards the center, we can squeeze our chest and we can feel we are engaging it more. So don't forget to have full range of motion. Try not to have half range of motion. Another thing is try not to lean too much, but try not to stay too upright. I'd say you need to have you have to be slightly inclined, slightly, not too much. Don't forget, again, I know I said it, your shoulders. Push them down. Your latissimus dorsi is basically allowing you and your body to be stabilized. When you go all the way down, you try to keep your body straight, your legs relaxed. You go all the way down and then you push it back up. Don't forget to completely lock your elbows on the way up, because as I said before, we're missing some bit to get stronger or to get bigger. Another mistake that I see is arching your back on the way up. Why are you arching your back? You're arching your back because you're not strong enough to complete the rep. So since quality always beats quantity, try to reduce the amount of reps. You don't really need to go for 10, 12, 20, 25, even 6. But if you do 6, 10 or 8 reps or even 12, whatever they are, and your last 4 reps, they don't really look good, the form is not great, you're arching your back, you're not locking out, you're not going all the way down and all the way up, you again are missing a lot of things, probably too many. So it doesn't make any sense to do this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra reps. Decrease the number of reps, try to have proper technique, because after all, this is what we want. We want to have proper technique because we want to get stronger and we want to get bigger. Using momentum, same. We don't need to use momentum when we perform dips. It doesn't make any sense. We're not here to perform 100 reps, 200 reps, so we gotta make it efficient. We're not here to say, oh, look, I can do 25, 30, 40. Yes, we are, but only if we can do them properly or the way we want. And the way we want, again, is linked to strength and hypertrophy. If you just jump up on the rep, you use your knees, you use momentum, you arch your back, and again, you don't lock out or you just go. Oh, another thing that I don't like, going all the way down without controlling the movement. I've been saying in all my videos, in the pull-up video, in the muscle-up video, in the handstand push-up video, and you can find it here on my channel, the eccentric is key. We have to control it. The slower we can go, the better it is. Now, I'm not telling you gotta do an eccentric of 25 or 30 seconds, but at least try to have a controlled movement on the way down. We go all the way down. We can also add that little stop at the bottom position to control it more, to make it harder, like a little isometric, and then pushing it back up. Again, without arching your back, without using any momentum, and by locking out your elbows. Guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a lovely day. Bye.